it does not work. So this is a pre-established research that we have mentioned in our previous video about timer power, which you can check it out after viewing this. So research has found that advanced notice will likely not be effective when a problem behavior is controlled by a termination of a preferred activity and the initiation of something unpreferred. I mean, who likes to do something that they don't like to do and being stopped from something that they enjoy? So now you must be thinking, Athena, what do I do now? Fear not, I present a solution. And this solution is none other than our first then strategy. So what is it? And I'm pretty sure that a lot of you are already using it. So let's dive deeper into this concept. So this strategy is actually rooted in the Premack Principle, which is founded by David Premack in the 1965 through research on animals and human behavior. The principle demonstrated that naturally occurring high probability behaviors, such as maybe like your child likes to play on the trampoline, okay, like a home trampoline, can reinforce a lower probability behavior. And this challenges the traditional reliance on external rewards as reinforcement, making the activity itself a reinforcer. So if your child is already doing something that's reinforcing, then it serves as a reinforcer to do something that they don't naturally prefer. So let me summarize this a little bit more for you. So if you have heard, first do your homework, then go to the playground. Okay? So this is something that is very common. Or first eat your dinner, then get ice cream. These examples that I've just mentioned speaks about the same theory of using a higher motivating activities like eating ice cream to motivate the lower motivation activity like eating dinner. So it serves as a reinforcer to motivate the completion of a lower motivation activity. I would just like to jump in a little bit. If you think therapy is too expensive and you don't have the time to do it, then this would be the best opportunity for you to take on our online parent coaching sessions. I'm not going to go into detail. If you would like to read it, then please pause the video. Otherwise, let's jump back in. So, how does this first then strategy going to work for your child with autism? First, it already uses what your child already loves. Hence, it helps to motivate your child more spontaneously. Secondly, this strategy can be used in multiple situations. With that said, having visuals with you would significantly increase your child's understanding. So do not just verbally tell your child, unless your child is able to take verbal commands very spontaneously. Next, with the added motivation, they are more likely to start and complete the task. And lastly, it teaches them self-regulation skills. For example, for them to be able to self-motivate and with more enjoyable tasks, so they can think, okay, I can do my coloring after I keep my toys. Yeah, and these are some self-regulation skills that you want to inculcate in your child when they're young. So when they grow older, they will be able to face adversities more readily. In case if you're ever wondering, the first then strategy is not the same as a schedule. However, we can leverage on that to plan a more cooperative schedule with your child by alternating more preferred tasks following a less preferred task. So let's say you have 5 tasks for your child, then A would be a less motivating task, and then B will be a more motivating task, then C will be less motivating, D will be more motivating. So we go alternatively. That will help your child to actually start. But what I would love to suggest is that your first task, try not to make it too difficult so that they wouldn't resist the entire schedule altogether. So we do an easy task first, then followed by a less preferred task, then a higher motivating task. So that's how we can pair our tasks to motivate our child to follow through the entire schedule. Now let's talk about some roadblocks. The problem actually persists when your child keeps on avoiding it with motivation. So then you'll be thinking, oh no, Athena, now this strategy does not work at all. So then we need to go back to our very first video on why is the behavior even occurring in the first place. The first then strategy is a helpful short-term strategy. However, it does not provide the real reason why your child is avoiding the task. So then we need to think, what is the function of the behavior over simply redirecting and avoiding or forcing your child to do certain things, especially when it comes to tasks, not a transition issue. To end off, I would like to present you with a gift, which is the First Then template, which you can download it in the link below. This is good for both children that can read and cannot read. So if your child can read, then you can just print it out, laminate, and script it. So you can write words instead of printing pictures. Otherwise, what you can do is that you can take photos of the items itself and then print it out as well, and then just paste on it. If you don't want to go through the whole trouble and you think that the durability of the pictures is going to last without laminating, then that's perfectly fine. What you can do is just get a blue tag and stick behind the pictures, so it's lesser work for you. And I hope that you will start using this today, just because how effective it is, and I just want to see transformation in your family. And with that, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.